You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, the Marxist NBA of China had their All-Star game yesterday. And it seems like All-Star games, Pro Bowls, a lot of people actually don't like them anymore. They don't. When it came to the NFL was actually catching a bunch of heat because, guys, they were just not trying out there. Nobody actually wanted to play. And when it was actually in Hawaii, people just wanted a free trip to Hawaii. But the NFL actually revised their Pro Bowl into flag football. I actually put up a video on Black and White Sports 2. I completely trashed the new Pro Bowl. It was garbage. Now, when it comes to the NBA All-Star game, actually, I believe for a time there, many, many years, the dunk contest was actually more popular than the All-Star game itself. Now, these All-Star games in the NBA have always been high scoring. And I believe the score last night was something like 185 to 175. It was some crazy number. And one of the players actually scored a All-Star record 55 points. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was actually Jason Tatum. And I really don't like what the NBA has done with the All-Star game. I like the old West versus East format. But I believe the reason why they actually changed it in the teams because there was a point, guys, where you had guys that really shouldn't have been all-stars in the Eastern Conference, and the center position, you just had trash players making a team just because you actually had to go by position. And we know that the center position now in the NBA is not what it used to be. It's just not. But anyway, Nuggets head coach Michael Malone was actually the coach of Team LeBron. And by the way, LeBron James only played the first half. He got hurt. And on Team Giannis only played like a minute because he actually hurt his hand. So the two captains didn't really play in this game very much. I believe LeBron played like 13 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Giannis, I believe, only played a minute. But anyway, whether they played or not, Michael Malone, the coach of Team LeBron, he came out and he trashed the All-Star game. Not just this one, it seems. It seems like he was actually trashing the whole thing overall. Now, like I said, guys, these guys in All-Star games, they don't play defense. There's really no incentive actually to actually give your all in these games. I mean, for one thing, when it comes to the NBA, you still have another second half of the season. These guys really don't want to overexert themselves, and get an injury. Now, what MLB actually did for the longest time, there was an incentive to actually try and win the MLB All-Star game. Now, when it comes to that, it's kind of hard, if you're a baseball player, to not give your all. If you're a pitcher, or you're just going to try to go out there and walk a guy or give a player a ball to hit for a home run, you're just not going to do that. You're just not. And plus, you only get like maybe 1-2 innings, and that's about it in baseball. Plus, home field advantage of the World Series was on the line. So there was an incentive to actually go out there and give an effort, even though MLB has actually removed that. Well, Mike Malone now, he's come out and he has trashed the NBA All-Star game. And he was actually the coach of the team. I mean, this is one of their own trashing the All-Star game. It says here, Denver Nuggets head coach Michael Malone served as the coach of Team LeBron during Sunday's NBA All-Star game. While he was honored to get the nod and be a part of the league's big weekend, he didn't exactly appreciate the game itself. Speaking with the media after his team lost to Team Giannis, Malone gave his honest review of the play on the floor. And we actually have it over here. He talks about it being an honor. But right here, Michael Malone criticized the 2023 NBA All-Star game and even called it the worst game ever played. My goodness. So let's go ahead and listen to what he had to say here.
It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it.
Yeah, you probably can't fix it. Now, the NFL tried to fix the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl was still trash. I mean, if you don't actually, there's no incentive for these players to do anything in these All-Star games. I believe a lot of these players, they like to be an All-Star, because that goes on your resume. Being an All-Star, when you think of Michael Jordan, I believe he was a 13-time All-Star. Hakeem Olajuwon, 12-time All-Star. I believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a 20-time All-Star. That goes on your legacy record. But what does that actually mean at the end of the day when you're playing the game? Nobody's actually going to truly remember any of the players actually playing in the All-Star game. I can't recall any highlights of previous All-Star games. I just don't remember. And I actually used to watch All-Star games. I couldn't tell you how many MVPs Michael Jordan had in the All-Star game. But I do know he had 6 finals MVPs. Even when it comes to LeBron, have no idea how many MVPs he won in the All-Star game. But I do remember he's actually a 4-time league MVP and 3-time or 4-time finals MVP. People remember that thing. Same with the King. No idea how many points he scored in All-Star games, but I do know he was a 2-time world champion and 2 finals MVPs. That is the major things that actually last on your legacy. And these All-Star games, it's for show. The NBA, I'm pretty sure they make some money off of this. But like I said before, there was a time when the dunk contest was actually more popular than the game itself. And I believe now in the NBA, they're shooting a whole bunch of threes in these All-Star games and in the game itself. I mean, outside of the wokeness, which kind of took me out of the NBA, I haven't been a fan of the style of play for many, many years. I like the old inside-out game with centers, but of course you don't have those quality centers anymore in the NBA. And I know a lot of people out there like Steph Curry. Steph Curry, I believe, actually hurt the NBA, and it just became a 3-point shooting contest. Don't like that. Don't like that. I remember when the 3-point line used to be a specialty shot. I mean, the mid-range game is pretty much extinct now in the NBA. So that's the way I actually feel about this. But these guys, they're not going to truly give any effort when it comes to the All-Star games. It's an All-Star game. The NBA has another second half of play. And these players, I don't even believe they even get paid for this. Maybe some of the players actually get a bonus just by making an All-Star game. But I don't think the players actually get paid to actually play an All-Star game. Now, I believe if the NBA probably actually paid players quite a bit of money and they get X amount of minutes, maybe they'll give a little bit more effort, but I don't know. I really don't know. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.